just reporting from eLabs in the studio, and nothing much going on. Here I am on vacation, so I'm just kind of relaxing, as it were. But I wanted to redo the studio. I noticed we had some people over this past weekend, and I was showing off the studio, I suppose, and noticed a lot of hum and a lot of background sounds in the studio, and I assume that's from wiring and, just bad connections and things like that. So I figured I needed to go back and rewire and do some different stuff. So interesting, one of the things I found is that there was a MIDI cable coming from the S88 going to the Cork Kronos. And when I turned the S88 on, a nasty hum showed up. I unplugged the MIDI cable and it went away, going to the Kronos. So I changed cables and kind of did different things and finally rerouted that whole chain on that side of the room where the MIDI goes into the motif and then goes to the Kronos, then goes to the Hydrosynth, and the hum's gone. So just an interesting thing. I didn't realize that you could get these feedback loops or, hum kind of artifact from a MIDI cable, but something was not right with that. Anyway, that's gone. I put in a new patch bay on this other side of the room to allow for submixing essentially every synthesizer on that side that comes around and goes back into the interface. I've got two submixers now, the Alesis 8 and the Alesis 12. They're serving to, again, act as submixers to reroute into the interface. I still have a couple of the main synthesizers going into the interface directly, like the new third wave, the Prophet's going in, the Motif is going in direct, Jupiter's going in. So the synths that I use the most are still having a stereo track for themselves, except for the Prophet, of course, which is not stereo. That's the deal, and that's kind of what I've been working on, rewiring everything. I ordered a cable from Seismic Audio. It's essentially a snake to route some of this stuff, and wanted it next day, essentially, and they said they'd send it within 48 hours. Of course, it's taken a week because they sent it USPS. Go figure, right? That's kind of where we are now. I'm working on mastering the Robot Monkeys and Aliens album. Hopefully get that up on Spotify before too long. Just discovered a couple of the tracks just weren't quite ready. None of my stuff is ready, but it was not there yet. So I'm redoing some things. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll get it up. All right, that's it. See you around. We'll get some more stuff out before too long.